from the plenary. So allow me to introduce our second speaker before we head for a break. The second speaker that's coming on stage is called Hampton Deck. So Hampton is an AI engineer. His bio is an AI agent engineer based in Nairobi. He builds AI systems that handle the operational work humans shouldn't be doing anymore. He's worked with small and medium businesses across industries and geographies, turning messy manual processes into agents that run, recover, and report on their own. Today, he is here because the intersection of AI and sales is where things get interesting. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Hampton Deck on stage with a round of applause.
So, once I have gotten something or I have gotten a report, I can be able just to come to Claude. Don't know if I didn't have a report. So I can say like let me just so you can just tell it to tell me anything that is inside my Obsidian. Like this, I was just trying to access it. It told me that these are on your Obsidian, these are AI strategy and title and this. So all your things is changing based on what you have. There's a thing called Claude MD. So what is the Claude MD? It's just a soul that you're giving it to your Obsidian, and based on that, it's now building those relationships. So you don't need to really understand what is going on because AI will be doing all the work on it. So this is the file that I have given to my Obsidian. I've told it, this is my name, this is it, this is it. So I can give it, there's a template for it. You just tell it what, like you just insert you can upload your CV and the Claude will generate all this and save it to your Obsidian. So what I've just done, I uploaded my CV and it was able to generate all this. So it was like Hampton Deck, this, Nairobi to global and all that. So it's based on this. Every time it's saving things on my Obsidian, it's looking at what is my outcome that I want to achieve in the next 6 months. And based on that, it's not just giving me an output. It's taking me to my goals. It's looking at it like Hampton said that in the next 6 months, he wants to gain 6 clients. So every time I'm having a conversation with Claude on any specific thing that is related to my business, it remembers that, okay, this guy intention is, this conversation must be correlated to the 6-year plan or the 6 months plan that are there. On a normal Claude, it cannot do that. So it just gives you response as per the recent memo that it has. Maybe it's a day or that. So it's now personalizing my response to that. Every time I told it to write something about any related to business or related to this, it queries this that I've given. I've given it a lot of information, whatever I want. So it queries this, and based on that, it gave me response on my personal. So it becomes like a personal assistant to me, a personal enabler to me. So that is what really can separate you, rather than just having a Claude or an AI to Claude, or just having a Claude on top and you don't have a second brain. So this is what I'll just share, and it's easy to install. It's not like a magic science. And this is what people really will charge you, will say like it's an AI agent, but this is what the harnessing that does in the back end. Like that's a simple thing for somebody who wants just to build a personal assistant. So just to touch a little bit on the other thing, just trying so that I don't go beyond my time. So we have what we call Claude. On the Claude, we have something called co-work. On the co-work, like this one, on mine, I can schedule tasks. This is something that really can save you a lot of times if your company allows data. So what I can do, I can tell it daily brief because it has access to my laptop and my desktop. I can tell it daily brief. I have this folder on sales. Every morning, what I want you to do, go to that folder, look at it, create a report, and then save to this folder. So every morning when I wake up in the morning, I can always be finding folders have been created as long as my laptop is up and is on a network. So I can give it a task and let it go, and it can be able to create those kind of things. So you should do a task only while your laptop is awake. You can keep it awake or that. So those are things. So it has that access. So this is what somebody can really say it's an agent. Weekly review. You can create any agent that you want. Example, there's what we called dispatch. Dispatch is ability that whenever it finish a task, it sends you a notification on your phone. You get a notification that this has been done and your folder is on this, or the report has been created. So this becomes a game changer, because now you don't just need to be on your machine for things to work. You can create as many, you can schedule as many tasks. You can say, like, at 3 p.m. always look at my email, get any email that's real to be, because if you're connected to your email, because here is what you called connectors. So connectors, like I've given it ability to other emails or my calendar. I can connect it to various. So you can connect it to your Microsoft, to your Notion, to your Strive, to your Google Drive, to your HubSpot, to your Linear or that Asana, Monday, as long as your software is here. And if your software offers APIs or custom, if you have a developer, it can give you an access, and then you can connect even to your custom softwares. So you can, literally, once you have connected to your software, you create the scheduler of the work, and you can do now just, it doesn't need to be sit on your computer every time. Just okay, at 3, as long as my laptop is on at the place, it can be able to literally pull the data, give me a report, and schedule or create a folder on my laptop. So that is the game changer, or something that you can literally utilize as a salesperson. So with the skill that I had shared with you, there are several. You can pick one, download, upload on your Claude, and start utilizing it, and you can see there will be a change. The other thing that maybe most of us as salespeople, we really try, and when you think about AI, we kind of have a big phantom is also, we think of these nice tools, but there's one that is so basic, like in your phone. I just want you to take your phone. This is a simple one, and it has really helped me on terms of just go to if you have a Gemini app. This is simple, this is a practical one. Just go to your Gemini app. It's simple, like it's so basic, but most people, I bet, rarely does. So it's called, like in sales, we got to call it sales enabler. Like you go to training, being coach and all that. So if you're on your sales, on your Gemini, let's just go on your Gemini. How many are on Gemini? So maybe one will volunteer, or if you're on Gemini, so I just want someone who think he's a good to closing deals, and he can be able to just want to do a role play with Gemini, and you can see how best you can be. Who can offer volunteer?
I hope so. Sacrifice. Yeah.
Oh, so if you're
on speaker.
So I think, are you on a Gemini, Peter?
Hmm?
Gemini. I just want you to open your Gemini. This is for productivity. Simple, but it will save you, or you'll be able to see 10x. So if you're on Gemini, it looks like this. Or Claude or any AI. But I want to, for now, just use Gemini. So if you are on Gemini, it will look like this. There's a button here. Simple, just a productivity hack. There's something like, looks like a voice, a sound.
Oh, we are.
For speaking. After the microphone.
Okay.
The 3 lines look like a sound bar kind of a thing. So since you don't have, so you can use mine. So I just want, this so productivity that is so much. Example, you're going to meet a client and you really want to practice how you're going to meet that, or you want to get more information. So what you can just do, you press this. You press the three sound bar. So example, I just can be able to say, I give it a role, like the client you're going to meet, you can give it a role and then start having a conversation. That's simple. So, just
So we are meeting David.
and you can listen. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So I can just say,
Nipe for example.
hello. I'm having a meeting with David Mulwa, and he's a founder of Sales Tribe, and I have a product that I believe will help to grow his community. I just want us to do a role play. How I can able to deliver this pitch or a conversation with David that will really entice him.
I'd be happy to help you with that. Let's set the stage. Imagine I'm David Mulva and we're sitting down to talk. I'm always looking for innovative ways to expand Sales Tribe and bring more value to our community. Tell me, what's this product you have and how do you see it helping us grow?
So that is it. So my product, so I let him give David a character and then role play, and then we can have that. So reason I'm just doing this is, it's simple, basic, but I believe most of you have never literally tried it. So basic that you can do it even while driving and have a conversation. And you can use any LLM, just conversation.
So we want to sell to David an AI program, training program for the group.
I think.
Kizungu yangu ni ya Kenya. Tumsumbue tena.
This one.
Okay, so I wanted to sell to David an AI sales training program.
Ah, an AI sales training program? That sounds interesting. I'm always keen to explore solutions that use cutting-edge technology to empower sales professionals. How exactly does this program integrate with what we do? And what kind of results can our members expect to see?
What do you expect to see? Since the members are not so much familiar with AI, we just want to start from the basic, going up.
Sorry.
So,
So what you are seeing, as you are having that conversation with, how many are literally seeing, like you can now foresee even what the objective will be. And based on what the objective will be, that's why I introduced
Please elaborate on what you'd like to achieve or what information you're looking for.
so the sales people know more about AI. The goal is for sales team to understand more about AI.
That's a fantastic goal, as AI is transforming sales in some truly exciting ways. For a sales team, understanding AI means exploring tools that can automate tasks like lead scoring, predict which customers are most likely.
then it has internet access. So I'll take this company, I don't know. I just Solitech. So I'm gonna start with Solitech. So I'm gonna meet the CEO, the co-founder of Solitech Technology. It's based in Nairobi. An idea of how I can be able to increase their sales region market. I would love you to give me more information about this company and what is their recent achievement. So can you be able to, because I want to role play, so by the time I meet the CEO, I have enough information.
That sounds like a great plan. To make sure you're fully prepared, I'll need to do a quick search to get the latest details on Solitech Technologies. I'll look up their recent achievements and key focus areas so you have some solid insights for your role play. Give me just a second to gather that information. Solitech is an exciting company specializing Solitech is an exciting company based in Nairobi that specializes in field sales force automation. Their technology, particularly the Solitech Sales Automation tool, helps manufacturers and distributors gain real-time visibility into their field operations. As for their recent achievements, they were a top 10 finalist at the Africa Business Heroes Awards, which is a huge testament to their innovation and impact. They've also been recognized for several years running as the most preferred beverage Salesforce partner in Kenya. Knowing all of this, what specific strategy do you have in mind to help increase their sales region market?
I want to meet the co-founder or the founder. Can you be able to do a deep research if you can be able to get into their LinkedIn, see what is their recent post, and then based on that, I just want to role play and see how you can be able to close that deal. I'm thinking of closing 10M and just want to sound conversational and be more enticed and more human and that. So just let's go on it. I think that's me. So if there's someone in Solitech, you can save this information is all right.
All right, I'm ready to roleplay. Just picture me as Muti Mule, the co-founder and COO. Perdón, tuve un pequeño problema técnico. Como decía, imagina...
I've changed the language. So like if I'm friends, but if I can go deep into it, and this is just this, I've done this. So when I'm like working, and this helped me to close a recent client. Just I was working and I was just having this conversation. By the time I'm in the office, and like literally I knew everything and I didn't like Google search all that. And by the time I'm in the office, I already have a bit of information, a bit of intelligence about the business and all that. So what I did before, once I got that, I told it to give me that transcript. I took that transcript, remember my skills, I put it, I went and uploaded. There are so many several skills, you can look at it. You just download all of the skills that you want. Once you have downloaded, I put the transcript, and then before I hope my time is not here. So So as you can see, there are several skills, and these skills are thanks to one of a person that I trained. She's called Sonia Nanga. She has been helping me to develop these skills in that more because she's a sales trainer. So sometimes I send to her and she says, no, this doesn't make sense. So example, if it's competitive positioning, I just take that. If you can read that skill, you can be able to see how it is. So you just say when an ability and to improve ability differentiate without this. So I just put that transcript and slash it and put the transcript that I've got from Gemini. And then I can go even to Claude. I don't even need to write, to type. I just talk also to Claude the way I'm talking to Gemini. And that gives you a differentiation. Then in Claude, I can push it to you remember my Obsidian? It has created intelligence. The next time I'm meeting him for the second time, we are not starting from fresh. And the next time I'm posting something on my Claude about this company, it remembers there's a graph between this and this. An example, if the CEO talks French, I can also learn French. Just talk to and change to French, and that is it. So it's so basic, so basic that most people really want to miss it a point. We want the complex, but this is a simple one. Once you have mastered this, you have mastered AI. You are like 1% of the people that are using. So you can play. I was wanted to see who is in Solitech just to give us if that was the right information.
The information is 100% correct.
So every company that you are doing business with, they are posting online. And Google is the Google that hosts, so it has all information. So that's how you beat your competitors. So I think I can welcome any question. I think I'll send you how to upload and do that for the Nini. I'll send to David. Just as simple. Just put it to your Claude and it does everything for you. And you just become that one. And you'll never be surprised or be... Because AI, what is now happening to AI is that it's not becoming like the models are becoming similar, they're becoming with the same intelligence. What will differentiate them is the proprietary knowledge that you are able to put. And these are the proprietary knowledge, at least the graphs, the relationships of your data. rather than chats. So just welcome any question.
Thank you, Hampton, for that presentation. In my company at the moment, I'm in charge of plugging in AI into our sales processes, and we are early in our implementation. So, less than a year. You've done this multiple times. What is the mistake you're seeing with early implementation? What kind of advice can you give to people who are implementing early to build it scalably in the future?
So the mistake that I see most early is that we are just connecting to our tools, but you're not building intelligence. It's just like giving a farmer a tool to go, like I'm just connecting you to your djembe, but I don't know, I haven't trained you how to use that djembe. So the skill is the ability. So once you are early, what makes companies more advanced in implementing AI is not models or the tools they are using, is the ability to harness the intelligence from the data they are having, and that makes the difference. And what I just shown you is how to harness data. And once you have that, you can be able to beat even your competitors, because that is the only difference that makes it. So what I just encourage is that your data must be queryable. It must be in a closed loop. Whatever marketing do, like that's Obsidian, whatever a marketing does, the financial know, the HR should know, and all that. So it becomes queryable. So we are operating on a single brain. That's what Obsidian does. So in that one brain, everything that I do on my cloud, it can relate that these sales is affecting this, HR being tough is affecting my this or that. So you can know even Gen Z coming in, there was a rise in sales or this. So you can be able to have that queryable, become like a closed loop rather than an open loop. Because information in a closed loop becomes, you get an intelligence and it's able to adapt.
Okay.
Any other question?
My question is more data analytics. What are the best AI or platforms to figure out after we've done all the thing, now we've won business and we want to, what are the best tools to use for data analytics?
So let's go to the basic that I've just maybe to reiterate, like for the best, actually say the best tools are not the one that people say is the best. The best tools are like, how effective do I know, has it mapped my workflow in terms of, like, if I'm looking at data analytics, if I'm to begin, I won't be looking for the best tool in the market. I'll first look at how the data I'm being collecting, is it something that I can query the intelligence out of it. So example, if you're using Claude, you can just, like the one that the system, like I based on, like, I use skills, like I train, like I just derive an MD file, like this is how a best data analyst will handle a data. It's not a prompt. Like a data analyst will do step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and step 5. And just give it a perfect outcome that will mean that this is a perfect outcome. So when I am taking that tool, I always know how a perfect outcomes look like. That's how I begin. Like the best differentiator is not how many tools you know, is how effective you're able to define the test of how it looks like. And that's how me personally, I have been able to leverage or to build. Like the first thing I do when I am looking into building a system, or I look at how do I make it acquirable, like whatever is being done, whatever the field officers are doing there, example, if it's taking pictures or data, is sent to a system in one brain, and that one brain that is being sent to, it can be queried by a sales. I can be able to link it to a sales, like a graph, what is happening to that, and a sales, I can link it to finance, how much will they spend. So by the time I'm making a decision, I'm having a whole sum of all things that are happening, rather than just in an open loop, like these and then create the graphs or create the charts or that can be able to make the decision. Because I believe decision is not a one aspect thing that is being made. If you're saying this is an effective campaign, you have to look at the money that was spent, the time that these people went, what was the time, all those factors that needs to be factored in. So I'll literally be able first to try and look at the custom, or I can be able to look at the market of one of the, that they say the best, try it. Then if I find the fault, I can look for someone who can be able to customize it. Like if it's the Solutech, until I'm looking for this kind of a custom tool, and can I be able to get it? Because I believe that's where software is going. We are going to now, rather than just having one tool that serves all businesses are going to have specific tools for their specific needs of how they are measuring. I hope that answers.
Okay, all right. That will be the last question because of time.
Okay. Thanks a lot. I think I'm learning a lot. From where I'm sitting, let's say I'm kind of new to this. That's why I was saying a lot of training. I'm heading GT, and I was even just trying the simple practice we did over there. And the information that Gemini Menipea is not correct describing the company I work for, because sisi tuko mashinani. Like, I think most of information in Eldoret has not been well fed here and everything. So first question is, how do we correct their data, whatever information they are feeding? Because ukisema something that is different, already everything, the whole research it doesn't make sense. And then at the end of it all, how can I now, the way I think, feed the information to create a CRM that works for me? You see, like when I'm looking at every even app, like let's say the Solutech, most apps that people are doing with order booking, mostly are not considering the business development part. Because our day-to-day is not order booking, it's just to see how the business trajectory will go or something like that. So how do I, or which tool can help me now create a CRM for all of these?
So first, I will not advise you to create a CRM. You'll maybe, because you're not a developer, you maybe get help from the Solutech. And the second thing is getting a wrong information from Google means that it was trained on data. So one of the things you have to give it more context and create more context. Like, you remember the previous speaker told about the projects, where that project, you create a project, then on that project, you give it a lot of information that you know about that specific. It may not be all, but give it around 80 or 100 or 90%. So based on that, whenever you're asking a question, it will be referencing that project. It won't be going online to get all that things. It will be referring that specific project and ability to adapt to the online and give you your correct information. So that is how I'll handle it. I'll create a project on Gemini or in Claude or in ChatGPT. Then on that, I can add a skill, and then based on that, if I'm going to develop a CRM, based on that, I now look for technicians or developers like Solutech and tell them, I want you to help me map this process. So because they have been in the industry, they have the resources and all that, they can be able to help you rather than you doing it yourself, because you may not be able to get, because you're not a developer, to develop the CRM. AI may tell you I can develop, but the basic of all that comes into development, you may not be familiar with the coding and all that. So, but if it's something simple, like AI can also help on that.
All right. Let's give a round of applause for